Okay, this next video is an example you will see in your homework and your quiz. Since the exponent functions we see for the first time that x is in the exponent power, there might be equations in math that have the x in the exponent. So you'll see an equation like this: 5 to the 2x plus 3 power equals 5 to the x minus 4. So you're asked to solve this. Remember, to solve an equation means to find a solution, a value for x which makes the left side equal the right side. Well, since the bases are already equal, this is not a hard problem. How is the left side going to equal the right side? Well, the 5's are already equal, so they're going to be equal when the exponents are equal. So all you have to do is set the exponents equal without the 5 and write it down on a normal base position like this. All you have to do is solve this, and it's not easy. Subtract x from both sides. Alright, so you have x. Subtract 3 from both sides. Ooh, I wish I had a stylus. So x is equal to -7. And then you can check your answer. See on the top, 2 times -7 is -14 plus 3, -11. And then on the other side, -7 minus 4 is -11. See, so this is correct. Another type of equation you might see solve. Let's say x squared. No, we've never done x squareds in this Math 110 yet, but now is the time to do it. How about plus 42 maybe? X. Well, again, the bases are the same, so I'm just going to have to solve the top. So I have to solve when does x squared equals x plus 42. And if you remember from a previous algebra class, like Math 108, the way to solve something with x squared in it is to move everything to the one side. So I'm going to move the x over to the left. That becomes minus x. The 42 becomes minus 42. And the other side is a big fat 0. So you have what's called a quadratic equation, or a squared type equation. Remember from algebra, the only way to solve this is to factor this. Remember factoring? Yay. This is FOIL backwards, x and x. What are the other two functions? So they must multiply to -42. And since it's negative, one has to be plus, one has to be minus. So what are the factors of 42? Well, there's 42 and 1, 2 and 21, 3 and 14. But we're trying to get a -1 in the middle. So 7 times 6 is 42. 7 and 6, I can make a -1 as long as the 7 is negative. The 6 is positive. You remember this? And we use what's called the zero factor property. Since x plus 6 times x minus 7 is 0, that means x plus 6 could be 0. So that means that it's only possible if x was -6. And x minus 7 could be 0, but that's only possible if x equals 7. Okay? And you can double check these. -6 squared is 36. -6 plus 42 is 36. I'm checking them. So 7 squared is 49. 7 plus 2 is 49. See? Correct. So you'll see these problems in your homework. Just email me if you have any questions. So be working on your Math Excel homework and the quizzes on section 2.5. Okay? Okay, lastly, 2 is not the only base that's used in the exponential function. The common bases are, there's 2, like 2 to the x. 10 is a common base, 10 to the x. And we'll be using this later when we study logarithms. But also e. E is a number. I'm not going to go into detail in this video how this number came to be, but it's an irrational number. It's the, I think, second most famous next to the pi number. It's about 2.718. But just remember, it's a number. So if you see something like f of x equals e to the x, don't freak out because there's so many letters and variables. The x is the variable, e is the base. The base is a number. It's about 2.718. Okay? So get used to seeing that e as the base. It's a number.